Your latest album, I suppose, in a sense, it's another compilation, like your other albums. Have you ever thought about just recording an album with ignoring like older tracks and stuff?
Yeah, but then all the sort of stuff I do recently is just, I think it would be pointless to put it out because it's, I don't know, it's a bit too, I don't want to say far ahead of its time, but I just don't think it's the right time to put it out, and I'd rather put out older stuff.
Do you think people still have trouble coming to terms with your older stuff? In fact, a lot of people don't really seem to understand it.
Well, that album seems to be about right, really.
The new one? Is the title a bit tongue-in-cheek?
I'll leave it up to you to decide.
Oh, maybe I'll come back to that later. I've heard from other people who know you, they claim that some of your best stuff is still unreleased. Would you say that?
Yeah, probably.
So why don't you release it?
Well, the thing is, I don't really, I only make release records to make a living. It's not any sort of statement of these are all the amazing tracks I've just been doing or anything like that. And I just release things which I see people buying, basically. And that's it. And that's why I don't probably put out the best tracks, because the best tracks are probably tracks which I don't reckon the public are ready for yet.
Aphex Twin. Talking about Cyberradio. The Aphex Twin meets Russell Portal.
I've seen you mention that you've had a couple of top 40 hits before. I mean, but you've been very coy about what they are. Why is that?
As Aphex Twin or as...
No, under other names, I'm assuming.
Oh, right, sorry. I just didn't want to say because it's quite good fun, people not knowing what it is, because I did it in such a way that only all my closest friends know. And I'm quite chuffed at the fact that I've been able to keep it a secret, which is actually very difficult to do.
So you're not willing to share that with me?
Oh, no, because it took a lot of thought to work it all out, so sort of put it all to waste, really.
But why? Are you not proud of them, or are there other reasons?
I am proud of it, because, but it's just, it would spoil it, basically.
So, is it your own little personal joke, then? Or, you seem to play with the music industry a lot.
Sort of. I do it a lot less than people think, and I get accused of lying a lot, which I don't. But it's just, I do to a certain extent, but not as much as people seem to think.
Are you very conscious of your own image?
What, to myself or other people?
Yeah, the way you're perceived in the press.
I don't know, it's a difficult question to answer.
But you're not, deliberately awkward, for example?
Well, I don't know, sometimes I am. It just depends on your mood. I'm not always awkward. But, it just depends. Sometimes people just ask you awkward things and you can't help but being awkward back.
And that's all there is to it. You're not just... You seem... there's seem to be a sense of fun going on here, that you actually enjoy a lot of that.
Well, I always try to have fun, whatever I do.
And the recent performances you've done, using the food mixer and the sandpaper and stuff, do you take yourself seriously?
I wasn't taking myself seriously then at all.
And are you surprised by the reaction?
I was really surprised, yeah. It was only supposed to be, it was only supposed to be a little thing, but sort of for a laugh, and it all sort of got blown out of proportions kind of thing. And then I got asked to, people really enjoyed it and wanted me to do it again, and they said, yeah, we'll pay for you to go to New York and go and do it out there. So I thought, because I wanted to go and see my friend as well, so I thought I'd go and do it again, whereas I didn't actually mean to do it twice, I only meant to do it once.
But is there a point to it all?
Yeah, the point was, sort of the background of it was that it was for a club that's just down the road from me, where I live, called Disobey, and they have lots of strange acts and live performances and stuff, and it's all quite bizarre. Sometimes it's shit, and sometimes it's completely excellent, but always it's sort of you sort of expect the unexpected when you go there. And they just asked me to DJ because I thought, because I only live just up the road. So I thought I can't really play any records because it'll be a bit sort of conventional for the club. So I thought I'd use sandpaper instead, and mix in different grades of sandpaper together.
And that was it.
Yeah, and it sounded really good. And then they wanted to make records of it and all this sort of stuff, but I had to say no to them.
Well, I think we can all be thankful for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I remember reading once about a performance you did in London, I can't remember when or where exactly, where you did a deliberately hard set, and you seemed to be a bit annoyed that people started dancing to that as well. I mean, do you like winding people up?
No, I think probably what I said is, I think I get scared sometimes when everybody gets into what I'm doing, what I'm playing, because I like to play music that people don't expect to hear, really. Only because that's what I like to hear when I go to a club. I don't want to hear music which I've heard all the time and I've got completely bored of. I want to hear something new that I haven't heard before, and that's what I try and do when I DJ. And so if everybody's dancing, then it's usually a sign that that's not working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I can understand that. But I mean, I suppose the same goes in a sense for the records you make, that you can come up with some really beautiful melodies and then drown them in very odd noises. I mean, why is that? Are you sort of searching for a sound that's in your head?
Well, sounds are my sort of first obsession, really, so to me it's the sounds that are most important.
You of having no quality control. But you don't go along with that?
Well, I've never released a record that I don't like, which is something I'm sort of quite proud of, because it's quite easy to release things or like things 5 years and before, and then later realise it's a pile of shit.
You don't?
I haven't done that yet.
No.
I mean, I'm sure I will do one day, but not yet.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how you will feel about some of the things in the future. I mean, do you think they'll stand the test of time?
Well, they have so far, so,
Because classics did really well. I mean, that all sounded very fresh when it came out recently.
Yeah, I mean, that was nothing to do with me. I didn't want them to release that. I asked them very kindly not to release it, but they didn't take any notice of me.
Does it annoy you when you have when you lose control over your own material like that?
Yeah, of course it does.
But what was your objection?
Well, I just didn't want to I just didn't want to backtrack over old things.
Yeah, but for many people, this is what I don't understand. For other people, it's very new and it's stuff they haven't heard before.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but I mean, I'd rather put the effort into releasing something new. I mean, I've got so much stuff to release, then I might as well release something which is, sort of more fresh rather than something which was released 3 years ago. And, I mean, basically it's just R&S milking as much money as they can out of me, because they know that I'm not going to give them any more records.